In a small village surrounded by green hills and whispering trees, there lived a boy named Eli. Eli was 10 years old, thin as a young bamboo stalk, and quieter than most children his age. While other children raced through the village paths, shouting and laughing, Eli often walked slowly, watching the world instead of running through it. People noticed Eli, but they rarely listened to him. "He's too quiet," some adults said. "He's afraid of everything," some kids whispered. Eli heard those words. They settled inside his chest like small stones. Every morning, Eli carried water from the river to help his grandmother. Every evening, he helped light the lamps outside their small wooden home. And every night before sleeping, he wondered something deep in his heart. What is my place in this world? One afternoon, dark clouds rolled in faster than anyone expected. The wind howled like a wild animal, bending trees and shaking rooftops. Then, darkness. The village lights flickered and went out. The storm was the strongest the village had seen in years. The main power lantern at the village center, the one that guided travelers home, had been damaged. Without it, the village would be lost in darkness after sunset. The village chief called everyone together. "We need someone brave," he said, his voice serious, "to take a new light to the hilltop tower before night falls." The hill was steep, the path was slippery, and the forest below was known for strange sounds. The villagers looked at one another. No one stepped forward. Eli felt his heart pound. "I'm scared," he thought. But another thought followed. What if I don't try? Before he knew it, Eli raised his hand. "I can do it," he said softly. The village went silent. Some children laughed. "Him?" one boy said. "He's afraid of shadows." Others shook their heads. "He's too small. He's too quiet. He'll never make it." Eli felt his face grow hot. His legs trembled. The village chief studied him carefully. "Do you understand how hard this will be?" the chief asked. Eli nodded. "I'm scared," he admitted, "but I'll carry the light anyway." The chief smiled gently. "Bravery," he said, "is not being fearless. It is moving forward while being afraid." He placed a glowing lantern into Eli's hands. "This light is fragile, just like courage." Eli stepped onto the path alone. The forest was darker than he expected. Every sound felt louder. Every moving leaf made his heart jump. "Turn back," a voice in his mind whispered. But Eli tightened his grip on the lantern. "With every step," he whispered to himself, "I grow stronger." The wind pushed against him. Rain soaked his clothes. Once he slipped and nearly fell, but he caught himself. He remembered his grandmother's words, "Light doesn't shout, it shines." Eli stood up straighter. Halfway up the hill, Eli heard a low, rumbling sound. "Who walks with light?" a deep voice asked. Eli froze. I'm Eli. I'm bringing light to the tower." From the shadows emerged a large, old forest guardian, an ancient creature made of bark and stone. "Many turn back," the guardian said. "Why don't you?" Eli swallowed. "Because if I don't go, everyone else will stay in the dark." The guardian studied him, then stepped aside. "Then go," it said. "Your light is strong." At last, Eli reached the tower. His arms ached, his legs burned, but his heart felt steady. He climbed the final steps and placed the lantern in its holder. When he lit it, the light burst across the sky. It spread over the village, across rooftops, down paths, into homes. Children cheered, adults gasped. The darkness retreated. Eli sat down, breathing hard, smiling softly. When Eli returned, the villagers greeted him with applause. But something inside Eli had changed. He didn't feel louder. He didn't feel taller. He felt true. The children who once laughed now walked beside him. "How were you so brave?" one asked. Eli thought for a moment. "I wasn't brave at first. I just didn't let fear decide for me." That night, Eli stood outside his home, lighting the lamps as he always had. But now the lamps seemed brighter. His grandmother smiled at him. "You didn't just carry a lantern. You discovered your own light." Eli looked up at the stars. For the first time, he didn't wonder where he belonged. He knew.